Samuel Little, one of the most prolific serial killers in American history, is a name that sends chills down the spine. Born in 1940 in Reynolds, Georgia, Little's life was marked by instability and violence from an early age. He was raised by his grandmother, who was a strict woman, and his early years were filled with crime and delinquency. By the time he reached adulthood, he had already been in and out of prison for various offenses, including theft and assault. What sets Little apart from other criminals is the sheer scale of his murders. He confessed to killing 93 people across the United States, a staggering number that has made him the most prolific serial killer in U.S. history, according to the FBI. His victims were often marginalized individuals. Many were women, many were involved in drugs or prostitution, and many went missing without a trace. Little preyed on those who were vulnerable, often luring them with the promise of companionship or drugs. Little's method was chillingly methodical. He would often strangle his victims, using his bare hands, and then leave their bodies in remote locations. He had a knack for evading law enforcement, slipping through the cracks of a system that often overlooked the disappearances of vulnerable populations. It wasn't until 2012, when he was arrested for a separate crime in Kentucky, that the authorities began to connect the dots. During his time in custody, Little's true nature began to emerge. He started to boast about his crimes, recounting the details of his murders with a disturbing sense of pride. His confessions were graphic and chilling, revealing a man who had no remorse for his actions. He described the thrill he felt while committing these heinous acts, almost as if they were a twisted form of art. Investigators worked tirelessly to verify his claims, and they found that many of his confessions matched unsolved cases across the country. In 2018, the FBI officially recognized him as the most prolific serial killer in U.S. history. His confessions have led to the identification of numerous victims, bringing closure to families who had long been searching for answers. Little's story raises important questions about how society views crime and the vulnerable populations that often fall victim to it. His ability to evade capture for so long highlights systemic issues within law enforcement and the justice system. It's a grim reminder that behind every statistic is a human life, a story cut short by violence. As we reflect on Samuel Little's life and crimes, we must confront the uncomfortable truths about violence, vulnerability, and the dark corners of human nature. His legacy is not just one of horror, but also a call to action, to ensure that the voices of the marginalized are heard and that justice is served for those who have suffered in silence.